Alright, don't tell me there's been no audio this time. Alright, moving on. So we've got power with the JVS standard, which is awesome. It's noisy, we've got to find out what these dip switches are. And where the kick harness plugs into here, I'll have to look if that's kick harness to get the additional buttons. So we've got to break down these I/O boards. Actually, we can see what the kick harness would probably look like. We've got two. "26-pin connection," yeah. So the kick harness is going to go in here on these I/O boards. So that's simple enough. I've got enough I/O boards here to work with. And when does that come into frame? So that one worked. Should I worry about testing these? I'm just going to clean these up, and I might actually test all of them in the arcade machine just to make sure that we've got the right ones in there, so we know what's faulty and needs to be repaired. This unit's cool. Just going to get some isotropic alcohol and clean these up. I did hear somewhere that using an eraser is good to clean these as well. I'm not going to go left or right because I don't want to damage these connectors. Clean the dirt off it. Let's have a look what comes off. Alright, you might be able to see that's semi-clean. Yeah, it's getting, look at that, it's getting dirt off. Dirt and grime. You've got to be kidding, that actually works. Now just to show you, is it clean again? I'm going to do another pass. I am so surprised this actually works. So I just have a standard eraser, I'm just going down. You are kidding. Look at that dirt that's coming off that. I'm going to do another experiment as well. Got some isotropic alcohol here. Put a bit in here. This evaporates quickly. Some cotton buds. And I'm just going to swipe down as well. So what I want to do is I want to clean another one and use it with the eraser to see how much comes off it when I've actually cleaned it with isotropic alcohol as well. So it'll be an interesting differentiator, just maybe to see which one works a little bit better. But I think this is doing a fantastic job. I think you'd want to give it a good clean just to make sure you don't leave anything from an eraser on there. It's looking pretty clean. Oh, I need a good rag. Just want to clean that up. Alright, we're back. Alright, I'm just gonna wipe this down. I'm gonna connect this back in as well, so I might as well test them all and document which revisions I have. just turn that on over there. That'll allow me to do another test. Let's see. These actually, this one's a bit dirtier. So I go straight to the isotropic alcohol. Yeah, not a lot of dirt coming off. There's a bit there. Now we've got that working fine. Turn it off to test another board. Oh. Do that. Right, this one's fine, so I'm going to document that in VG Collect as well. And I'm just going to use the eraser trick on here to see how much more comes off. So I did the isotropic alcohol first just to clean it, and a bit of grime did come off. Now if I want to just use the eraser to see how much more comes off, to see which one may be better doing on a regular basis. Yeah, there's a lot coming off still. So I think the procedure moving forward is to use the eraser, rub it on the board, then clean it up with a bit of isotropic alcohol, and we can adequately make sure that these are clean and we are looking after them the best we can. But this is awesome. Who would have thought using an eraser would be this good? Pretty happy with that. Clean up the eraser. What I need to do is research and break down what all these connections are. It's awesome, there's still heaps coming off. That's all dirt. And just clean off any excess from the eraser. Microfiber cloth just to make sure. parts of the eraser. It'll be interesting to see if this is in or out. So we're really going to break down these boards later on. So I've got a revision A and a revision B here. I'm just going to have a look to see if there's anything obvious that's different. There's nothing visually that stands out as being different, actually. I'm just going to get this. It's probably it's bad to do it on top. Let's get that isotropic alcohol out and just go over the whole board as well to clean it up. Any dust off there. And there's a lot coming off. Put that one there for now. Now, this revision A board's got a little bit of a chip right there, if you can see that. I just noticed it then. See how it performs. Just plug that in, fired up the Naomi again. Another revision B board. Test that out. Looking good so far. This one's pretty clean. Just do the same procedure. If it's better to put it on the edge of the table like that. So you've got nothing firm at the back, it means you can be gentle enough. Which is what you want to be all the time. These are coming up beautifully. It's not much dirt and grime coming off these at all after the eraser trick. I'll just go around and clean this up. Yeah, look at the grime that's coming off there. Just going around. Just do one more quick pass through and we'll test this B board and as well as the A board that's in there at the moment, because I haven't seen if that jammer, I forget even what pin socket that was in. Alright, let's test the buttons on that IO board. Bang. Oh, looks like it's fine. Awesome. Put that over there. Next one goes in for a test. Last one to clean up. Some light in here. No, not be good. That loaded up fine. We've got no credits now. Just finished cleaning this one up. We'll give it a quick test. This board looks brand new. I'm gonna have to do this with my carts as well. more isotropic alcohol in there. So if you're on watching, just give a comment so I can give you a rundown on what has been happening today. Because I'm not looking at the amount of viewers. Just chugging away here. Just give this a quick wipe over and a nice clean. Pretty damn dirty. They look clean as well. Yeah, cotton buds suck when they fall apart like that. Right, this one's done. Let's go back to the board. Put credit in. Probably can't see this. Alright, so last I/O board to test. If I fixed up that camera, you probably wouldn't need to see half a body. Beautiful. Remembers what credit we got in there. Happy with that. I'm just going to clean this mat. And clean up here a bit. Throw this away. Alright, we're back. So these 4 IO boards are working fine. So the next thing I want to do is actually document that I've got them, and I do that in VG Collect. So let me share that with you. For some reason my desktop ain't showing. Let's add it again. Alright, let's fix this up. Aspect ratio is a little out, so let's just correct that so we can continue. Alright, so I want to add and track this information in VG Collect. That was my first Naomi board. So can we add comments here? Notes. Edit. The hell is this? Let me put my notes in. Ah, is that all you get up the top there? Working. So I might just put today's date in. Let's refresh that. Alright, that's how it works. So let's have a look at, they've got a IO board. Can't, it's a search, it shouldn't throw back an error. So this is a Sega IO board. So let's see what comes up. So because I'm searching here, let's go back to the main menu. What's it actually called? Let's do some Google searching. Interface circuit board, Sega Naomi. So it doesn't look like it's here. So it does look like this is video in. So if you want the video signal, of course, to go through the jammer interface here. Saying there's some power here. Saying if there's no power from the jammer harness, this is where you use the pins for power. And these are for extra buttons here as well. So I wonder what sort of interface CN3 is. So wiki.arcade.taku JVS has an awesome breakdown of this board. So let's submit a new item. So I can actually record this. Sega Naomi JVS. How's that? Platform. Put this under Sega Naomi. Sorry, I'll just change hands. What's a JVS standard? I don't know what else you use these boards for. Let's just put it under here so I can keep it categorized under a Naomi or arcade. So let's have a look where the Capcom I/O board is, because it really should go in the same category. Yeah, so they put it in arcade dedicated. Does a quick search, no results. Official release. Genre, does it have a genre? No genre. Publisher. Oh, what's in? Seta. Save. That's it. That's definitely not it. So we're here. Oh, mate, this is a process, isn't it? Alright, we'll do that. We'll put the lid back on. I'm gonna add the first one. Done. So I should have added it as a revision B. It's too late to edit this. Right, that's a third one, and we've got the Capcom IO board in there as well. I think I need to make a revision A one. That should be an arcade dedicated now. So this has got a different item number. Let's just use the same picture for now. I'd submit my own. Cool. I'm going to add that to collection. Done. So I'm just going to do a little bit of research on. Let's write them questions down now. So I'll say they do. So we want to find out about revision A versus revision B, just to see the differences there. And I'm also going to label what each interface of these CN connections do, and we've recorded down the I/O. So we might have different purposes. These are going to be great when we put them in our jammer cabinet, but what happens if I want to what happens if I want to play this in front of the TV? One, it's a bit noisy and I've got to worry about power, so this is fine when I throw it into a jammer cabinet. So let's investigate that a little bit more. I'm just going to see back as I tested Guilty Gear. That's working fine now. I'm happy with that. But I just want to put this back on VG Collect actually, write down so I know exactly what I have in my collection, so I don't double up or do anything I have done before. So I'm just going to switch this back to VG Collect. Let's have a look at my collection, which is not complete. I'm just adding these as I go. We go arcade. This so I should find Guilty Gear X in here. We've got 2 Guilty Gear X's. Stupidly enough, how do I distinguish which is which? Alright. So I've got the original insert, so we're gonna write the serial number, which is great, it's on the front and the back. That's for serial, I'll just copy that down. Dash 01A. And working on 2017, the 7th, 30th. Awesome. So we can use that for the IO board. I'm going to put that away now. And while we're here, so I want to replace that lithium-ion battery as well. So that just, have you seen that? No, you didn't, because I didn't switch the camera back. So the lithium-ion battery just pops out. So this is a Japanese one. I'm going to see if I've got another one to replace it. Now I thought this was the original Japanese one, but it doesn't seem to be, because I bought some Japanese batteries and these look like the ones I'm exactly the same ones. So I'm just going to throw that in there. You can actually check this by the date as well. So that's fine, that unit's working. I'm going to put this aside now, the working section. The fan was noisy. This one's a bit different, so we've got Capcom versus SNK in here at the moment. All looks fine, it's nice and it's clean, but as you can see there's 4 screws that actually hold this game in, so we might as well just test this with what we have at the moment. I'm going to put these Revision B boards away. Actually, you can't see it over here. I should let's move stuff around for now. See, got the IO board there. Alright, let's do some testing with this bad boy. I'm going to grab a revision B board. Like I said, don't know the difference between them both as yet. Just going to put the chat up there. Alright, let's see if this Naomi system is working. Oh man, this fan is let's move the camera. This fan is worse than the other ones. That's loading at the moment. Awesome. Capcom versus SNK. Put it in. One of my favorites. Yeah, I really need that up. These buttons are terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the controllers and see what's going on. I'm not sure if that's this arcade machine or not. Awesome. Let's go into service mode. And we'll test the RAM, so that's fine. Other question I've got to write down as a note is check the dip switches. That fan is crazily loud. So we'll just do the RAM test. See what else we have here. I do have two of them fans, so I can replace both. Got a comms board. Now, once we have the comms board, we've got to get the fibre optic cable and test that, but I think you need 2 games. It's still awesome. We'll leave that aside, so there's one. There should be 2 comms boards. Yeah, awesome. Got our pick. Leave that there. Need another net dim module would be awesome. Guilty. The 2 guilty gears. But I had one that did not work. Alright, that's all good. What? That is crazy. What's that? Yeah, 5 and 6 aren't working. Why is that going crazy like that? Two credits in its lifetime? No, come on. Wow. Battery might be screwed. Let's have a... Alright, let's test Capcom versus SNK. Guilty gear to test. Let's put that over. So I think the idea might be to use the 2 COM boards. I wonder if one looks better in the other. So that game is all good. Just a game test mode. Ah, here we go. Let's see what we got in here. Input test. 4-button game. We're missing one. Start. it says VM kit type, does that mean the IO board? So let's write that. Another thing to write down. So that's in game configuration, VM kit type. That was Sega and Capcom, just to make sure. Sega/Capcom. What's this other one? Yeah, right. So I want to find out what VM right is. So that's game. VM right. And the event. That is sounding like it's dying. So I did the ROM board test as well. Sure if you can hear that. That's making a crazy amount of noise. I'm going to catalog all these. Done. Awesome. Just want to see if it saved our duration. Clock settings. What's the time? The fan in here is absolutely ridiculously loud. So let's just catalog that as well. See if I've added this in here already. Let's move the cam back. Whoa, someone's put this in. A very noisy fan. No, I don't think I'll put in. It's working, so this is fine. Capcom versus SNK, that's an awesome game. Next, the Naomi 2. Yay! Now, this is double the amount of memory. Good jumpers there. Yeah, so the main difference is it has 2 GPUs and 2 CPUs. So a lot more power than, or double the power than Naomi 1. So there are some jumpers here that I might have to change. Batteries look okay. Let's do a quick Google search. Let's get a game that we know that works. Ooh. So we've got Guilty Gear here. Alright, let's test this out. No. EEPROM IO error version. Okay, maybe, yeah. Maybe we save some. Oh, it's working, baby. This has been a lot quieter than the other ones. Does it look better? Does it? I can't see anything. No, it looks the same. Let's get in the menu and test it. So if you can see, I've just got the RAM test running there at the moment, and so you don't have to see it. Update VG collect. Alright, that's awesome. Cool. So while we're waiting for that memory test to run, let's go back to VG Collect. Let's have a look at our so I've got Capcom versus SNK. I got two. Lucky, because this is one of my all-time favorite games, as is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. These fans are killing me. Let's make sure we got this one. Ah, so I'm saying this one's faulty for some reason. I've got the sticker there. I'm just going to edit that. Beautiful, that is all good. It's in a good section. I know this one has to be good as well. Okay, RAM tested. Fine. Oh, we already did this. That's alright. Let's wait, and I'm going to reset it halfway through. I don't have to retest this. So let's have a look at that one a bit later. So that's got to be tested. There's two comms boards here. I'll leave that there. I think these are all SCSI only. All is good. Throw that over here. Just make sure I've captured that. So we've got Guilty Gear. Yep, beautiful. Naomi, okay, error 26. So what's an error 26? Alright, let's turn that off. So what we can do is here, there's some sort of CF card hack. I have to get a pick controller for that. It's called a pick 0. So if I go back to IO board, let's write the serial number down. But I had this. Oh, stuff something up here with a net dim com board. I might just leave that there. Let's have a look at Guilty Gear. I didn't write down the serial number. So one's faulty. Well, let's have a look at the faulty one. So that's in there. We've got the serial number. There's 2 Guilty Gears. Cool. I think I've tested that and it works fine, but we'll do that next. Document this. So a CF card hack for that would be good. Right, that is it's working. I've got faulty on it. What the? Now I'm just going to update about this NetDim. Maybe this is right, so we've got so most likely, can we see a serial number? Not from here. I don't know how these work. So there's a 256 and a 512 version of these, so you still got the SCSI. Not sure if that's like some sort of serial or VGA. And we can connect this to a Raspberry Pi or some other server to download the ROM directly onto the NetDim, which we'll be doing. We've got a serial. Yeah, that game's just resetting. So we've got one repair to do, which is good. Be great to grab another NetDim and hook up 2. We even have 2 Naomi 2s. Alright, I'm going to move this stuff over. Are you hungry? Yo! Yeah, if you want. I'm in no rush. Yeah, because you got to do the test. Thumb test. And make sure it's nice. How are you doing? You hungry? I'm doing my Sega Naomi. I'm going to focus on one console. Because I always jump around. I'll do this one. Oh, because I just pushed it on at the button. Is it hot? I'm awesome. Yeah. So I wanted to wear a t-shirt. I thought I'd do a video recording. But no one wants to watch my videos. They're too bad. son doing cool stuff. So I just tested all of these.
Are we going or
No, let's go next week unless you want to get out. Up to you. What are you going to do for lunch? What do you eat? Might have some chicken. Alright, that one came up as A-OK. So I've got these fans, so let's start. Do another run board test. Let's see how that one goes. Weird. So exit that. So all the tests are saying it's fine.
don't forget you have to do it.
Yep, that is definitely screwed. And we'll have to do some investigation. To record that as well. This is the boot screen. Weird. Do remember having a look at this before and couldn't find anything wrong with it. Another guilty gear here. Let's test that. So it looks like the EEPROM's changed. When you switch the game between different boards, it's got to just reset itself. Awesome, Guilty Gear is working. Make sure all the screws have come out correctly. Let's separate this. This is pretty clean, as you can see, because I have cleaned them in the past. Let's have a look at this board. We've got two fans. So my question is, which one is the noisiest one? It's a replacement fan. So these are 3 pins. So usually you got ground, power, the third one is going to be a pulse. So I don't have a fan for this. So for noise test, let's plug this in and see what it fires up like. So, it's actually that bad. Just gonna document the fans in there, the moment that I have. replacement. Sega. Sega Naomi has Panaflow. I thought it was a Panaflow. DC brushless fan. Model FBA 06. T12H. Which is DC 12 volt, 0.21 amps. And 2-pin. Let's take a photo of that. And the one's DC 5 volt. Sanyo Denki, made in Japan. .14 amps. Let's take this off and have a look, shall we? Put this back on. Let's just put it there. Okay. Oh, this thing is filthy. Let's do it over here. It's almost time to break. For lunch. Will this fit over? No. I thought someone did recommend these fans. They're actually too small. The fan size looks the same. Notice that there's that dip. I wonder if that transfers heat. It's just a bit bigger. And that's just going to flap around if I put that in there. So let's go back. Drawing table. Drawing board. Should be able to find the specs of this online. Oh, look how nicely that. So there's our fan research done. I have to go away. They look like they're going to be a pain. Beautiful. Two USB ports here. Front and back. Come on. So what a lot of people don't know is that there is two USB ports here. We only use one, but that can be used perhaps for power as well. Instead of running it off CN12, all you'd have to do is cut that, because they actually block it for you. How convenient. Put these screws back in, and I might call it a day. So on the to-do list is I want to find 2 fans, one for the back exhaust and one for the CPU or GPU fan, so we can make this box a lot more quieter. Whoa, let's see if we can slip these in. There we go, first shot. Straight in the hole. And lucky last. Right, I'm going to leave these fans out. But there we have it, Sega Naomi. We do the retro pie. I don't really like cutting things, but perhaps yeah, if only there was some way without cutting it. You can just use this anyway, so we don't have to cut it, because some people might not like that. We're going to find out what the dip switches are, see what CN8, CN9 and all these other connections. Because I have 2 communications board, we'll buy the fibre optic cables. We'll find out what goes in there. Last but not least, find for the audio. That is cool, we can plug that into almost anything. This up here, it's got CN11 RGB1, there's nothing coming out. Interesting, I wonder if anyone's... I've got VGA, so I don't really have to worry about pure RGB. What happens if you made RGB to SCART with this and used it in an upscale converter? 31 kilohertz would be 480p coming out of this anyway, wouldn't it? And last but not least, I want to show I have the Pico PSU power supply. Now, as this is just 3 volt, so what is it, 3.3 volt for orange, so it's got 12 volt. An easy way to do this, so I don't have to keep plugging that in, is finding out what these connections are. I can make a little device. It shouldn't block anything if it just goes over the top. Put in a little case so it plugs in there. This hangs out. We get all of our voltage in there, so just reduces it if we're going to play it. Maybe you could take it out. Use the power supply of the arcade. So that would be useful. So I think we've got all the voltages here. We've got to find these connections. We're ready to go, and that's about it, all there is for today. Find out what's wrong with that.